Like, see if I'm in the frame. Hi, everybody. You guys, I know I look silly smiling so hard but I'm so excited that I got these classes filled up, and I'm really excited to be able to share with a group of people and be able to just really try to drill down to some of these issues that people have and just share my knowledge and see you guys improve. So I'm going to introduce myself, Dawn Thomas. Some of you know me from me working with you in the past. Some of you don't. What I do is help people move better. That's what I do. So my background is physical therapy. I run my own business, Dawn Thomas Physical Therapy, and we do therapy and wellness. The majority of my business is concierge, in-home, private sessions. And now that I've grown my business, I'm able to sort of free myself up to develop some of these other programs that we're doing. And I'm excited to kind of grow this piece of what I'm doing. So I thank you for being here with me. And this is Katie, if you want to introduce yourself.
I'm a physical therapist as well. I worked as long as Dawn. We both started out at Henry Ford together, and then I went to Fort Lauderdale or Beaumont, and I do a little bit more of the neuro piece, but I see a lot of everything at the hospital, and I kind of slowly went from part-time to contingent, so I had time to help amazing friends like Dawn and keep learning.
It all comes full circle. We started our careers together, and now we need another chair. Hi.
Is this just ending?
We're starting. Yep.
Does it look like you counted on me?
No, I did. I just miscounted the chairs. It's right here. She's getting you one. Well, welcome. So everybody here probably already has a preconceived notion of why balance is so important, right? Because you're here. So we know that it's super important because, fall risk is a big issue as we age, and it can just really drastically change our quality of life when we have catastrophic falls, or even small falls that just are nuisances and really change our function rapidly. So you guys all know that. And I want to talk a little bit about the structure of the class. Each time we come in, we're going to talk for a little bit. I'm going to just share a little bit of education about a specific topic about balance. And then we'll do a warm-up together around the track. And then we'll come back in and do the main workout of the day, which is going to be a skill-based exercises. So today's skill-based exercises are the ones that we've given you already. And the goal for today is to be able to come up with a baseline threshold training for you. So these baseline tests we're going to go through together, and the whole purpose of it is to establish a baseline of where you are challenged but still successful. So that's what I call a threshold, finding your threshold of training. So you want to find a movement or an activity or an exercise that is challenging enough to make you uncomfortable, because that's what makes your body adapt to the exercise and get better and make improvement, but also not so hard that you can't be successful. And that's really, that's a skill to be able to find that training threshold. Okay? That's what we're going to do today. My goal for you for the 6-week time frame is to establish some independence and being able to carry through with these exercises on your own, and to actually physically see your numbers change over the 6 weeks. So the baseline testing we do today, my goal for you is that in 6 weeks, we're going to repeat that baseline testing and you're going to see the numbers change, okay? So we know that with practice, we can make the body do better, okay? Other things, general things, be very conscious of your own safety. Don't do an activity or a movement that you're not comfortable with without some help. You have to self-monitor your own symptoms. If you're dizzy, if you're lightheaded, stay hydrated, all of these things. I'm used to working with people one-on-one in close quarters, so this is an adjustment for me. So I want you to be very aware of your own wellness and as we're doing the exercises. If you feel like something's too much, you stop and you sit down. Don't proceed if you're not comfortable with something, okay? And what other general things? Okay, any questions about that so far? Okay. So when we talk about balance, what all goes into balance? So we know that all of the body systems contribute to our bodies maintaining balance. So we use our visual system to gather information around us to keep us centered. We use our sound, hearing. We use to anticipate disturbances. We use our ears, our inner ears, control our balance. Our vestibular system, which is partly a part in the brain and also in our ears. Our muscles have proprioceptors in them, so sensory receptors in our muscles, our joints, our tendons, all give information to our brain about how to maintain balance. Our strength has a contribution to how we can maintain balance. Our circulatory system, so our sensory system, people who have diabetes sometimes have decreased sensation. So if we have decreased sensation in our skin, can affect our balance. So all of those things contribute to being able to maintain balance. So any of those things are off or reduced function or not optimal function, then we can potentially be losing balance. So some symptoms people sometimes report that can be a decrease in balance or have a reduction in balance, just general dizziness, fatigue, general malaise and fatigue, vision changes, hearing changes, sensory changes in their feet. All of those things can be a sign that your balance is going to be impaired. Does that make sense so far? Okay. All right, so what we're going to do now is is there anybody in the group that's not comfortable walking the track for a lap? Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to put our packets down, and the purpose of walking the track for a lap is just to get the body moving a little bit, get the blood circulating, and then when we reconvene in the room, we're going to start with our baseline testing and finding our threshold of training today, okay? All right, so come on up, and we're going to take a little bit of a lap.